So, your kid is a backtalker. Does that mean he's a bad kid? Absolutely not. There is no such thing. Positive discipline in early childhood education empowers both parents and kids. So, we're going to look at some techniques to help you deal with kids that talk back. Hi, I'm Adriana. Welcome back to my channel where I help teachers teach and parents raise bilingual children. What do I mean by backtalking? I'm not just talking about insults or nasty words aimed at adults or other children. I'm also talking about behaviors like arguing over homework, fighting everything, always challenging everything that's said. Kids that backtalk tend to first argue and then maybe do as they're asked. Backtalking is a behavior that sometimes comes out in the classroom, but is usually worse at home. Because kids seem arrogant or as if they don't care if they're hurting someone's feelings, it's easy to get on the defensive with them. So how does it affect us? At home, it becomes a battlefield with arguments igniting over everything from doing homework to using the computer. Cooperation is practically zero and the general vibe is really negative. In the classroom, activities are disrupted and teachers feel observed and questioned in their ability to maintain control over their class. And this feeling can sometimes cause a teacher to push away a child or actually not like him or her, and that would just make things worse. Out of sheer frustration, teachers might tend to ignore the child or threaten with punishments. They might be rude or sarcastic, and that's actually not going to help because you know what? This behavior is not about the teacher. So why do kids backtalk? Well, there are many reasons, but if you're a parent who's dealing with a child who manifests any type of challenging behavior, make sure to seek professional advice. This video is not intended to be a substitute for that. I just want to share my experience with you as a teacher and a parent, and just let you know how I dealt with the behavior. I hope it can help you, or at least be a springboard for examining other strategies that maybe you hadn't thought of. In my experience, kids that backtalk are usually suffering quite a great deal, and they will do anything to grab your attention because they are thirsty for attention. They really want it. And sometimes you have to remember that kids who are thirsty for attention will do anything to get it, even if that means resorting to a behavior that is negative. Because even in the eyes of their peers, being important, being somebody, because of your bad behavior makes you somebody. And these are kids that usually have low self-esteem because they feel that they aren't competent. They aren't equal to their peers. So how can we deal with it? Well, in my experience, I've found that threats and punishment rarely work. They seem to work at the beginning, but then they actually just kind of reinforce the behavior. If a child is thirsty for attention, give him or her attention. And if you're a parent, just double check what you're doing with that child. Maybe there's a sibling that's occupying more of your time, or you're preoccupied with work, or you have something personal going on where your attention is focused elsewhere. And if you're a teacher, make sure to verbalize the type of behavior you do like. For example, you might say to someone, "Oh, thank you for sharing your crayons," or "Thank you for waiting in line." That will tell the class what you expect from them and what you consider good behavior. At the same time, it rewards good behavior, and it's always easier to do the right thing if you know what's expected of you. Never show yourself hostile with a child. Remember, it's the behavior you don't like, not the child. And last but not least, talk to the child, but don't do a lot of the talking. Open those ears and do a lot of listening. Remember, these kids need your attention. They need you to listen. And it's that lack of listening, that lack of attention, that is actually at the root of the behavior. Just let them do the talking. And when they do, don't judge. Even if you disapprove, just listen. Dealing with challenging behaviors is certainly no walk in the park, and lecturing only gets us so far. And the same for technology. If we want to get the kids off the phones, off the computer, off of technology, we've got to make the first move. To find out what I'm talking about, check out the video that's on your screen right now. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you soon.